everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a palette review. I really didn't think I would do one because I kind of swore I would never buy a palette again. And then I went palette crazy. Not going to lie. Alright, so I have had good experience, and let me show you, with Profusion cosmetics. It's found at Walmart. I have the Ninja Turtles ones. It's a 24 shade, and I think I'll try and remember to link the video of this. It was a beautiful palette, and I like the little slime, or that's just so fun. I think that's why I got it. But this one was like 18 bucks, but this was a pretty nice shadow palette. It had everything I need. It had brow bone shades, it had some colors, shimmers. These shimmers are just unfreaking real. Like, they're really good. And I was like, all right, that's good. And then they had this palette forever. Went away, came back, and then when I went one day to look at anything new in Walmart, of course, I hate my Walmart because everything's locked up. So it was kind of annoying that I had everything locked up. But then this one was kind of sitting. I was with my daughter, and we were just kind of looking around, and this one was just kind of chilling there. This one is, and I don't like Casper. I don't know who Hot Stuff is. So I know Casper, you know, the friendly ghost. I remember the movie from the 90s. I think that had Christina Ricci in it, I want to say. But anyways, I remember all of that. However, I don't know who Hot Stuff is. I'm sure this is kind of like, I mean, it's got the ghost, he's a little devil. So I thought it was cute. And this one was only like 16 bucks. So it is the Profusion Cosmetics Casper Hot Stuff palette. This caught my eye because, well, it's got interesting shades. It's got very interesting shades in it. So haven't taken off the plastic. So we're gonna, because the plastic actually has all the shades listed there, and I hate that. That's the only thing I hate about the Profusion palettes is the plastic, and I have no idea where my Ninja Turtles one is, so I couldn't tell you what the shades are. But these are the shades. Actually, no, look, there's some shade names are on the back. Okay, perfect. So I can discard that. There's the palette in all its glory. I will include swatches, but this is really cool. It has this, an embossed little stars here on one of the lavender shades, which is 1, 2, and I hate doing this, Blessed Out. And then it has flames here, which is called Hot Cutie Alert. So there's a lot of like names, this cute but weird, Wickedly Sweet, Cosmic Spirit, I Got Ghosted, Hey Hot Stuff is that one with the duo. It's got a little flame, red flame imprinted on it. So I kind of want to have fun with this palette. It's got some pretty purples, some really pretty maroon shades. It's got even like a spackled kind of black, sparkly black, and I'm anticipating these shades are going to be fun. Now, how I want to do this, I have no freaking clue. I haven't really mapped out a look, but I really feel like with my shirt, I'm going to go towards, not the pastels really. I'll probably do a pastel look later on, but like this row, these rows here, and maybe these here. I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm going to do all this. But anyways, we're going to skip to the swatches right now, and then we're going to go ahead and put it on. All right, so here are the shades. As you can see, the first 2 rows, this is just the first 2 rows, are very pastel looking. Now, I will say the first shade, starting from my top of my wrist, is I Got Ghosted, which is kind of like a shimmery, pinky, very faint lavender. Then we've got Blessed Out, which is a lavender matte. Boo is a blue sparkle. You can barely see it over my tattoo. Cute but weird is a pale gray. Wickedly Sweet is a kind of like pale green. You can kind of see it between my tattoos. Cosmic Spirit is a pale blue, kind of like a gray blue. The original Ghoster is a peach. It's on the top of my hammer. I Like It Hot is the golden sparkly shade that actually swatched very well. Since 1957 is that kind of like chartreuse green matte. Hey Hot Stuff, there's 2 swatches of that. The pale white shimmer on the handle of the hammer. And then I dipped my finger into the red, which is actually overspray I discovered. And it kind of mixed a little bit and made a shimmery light red. Friendly Ghost is a lavender with sparkle in it. And then Scary Cute is a matte gray. Here are the next 2 rows. As you can see, they're much darker. Hot Cutie starting from the top of my wrist and working towards my elbow. Hot Cutie Alert, which is like a nice matte coral. Caliente is a duochrome kind of peachy coral with gold shift. Find Your Inner Peace, which is a matte mustard marigold shade. Freaked Out is a purple, like a more of a warm purple. Too Cute to Care is more of a deep eggplant or like grimace purple. I wouldn't say eggplant, grimace purple. Free Spirit is a kind of like a grayish cool purple that is a shimmer. Turn Up the Heat, which is a matte, and that's on the top of the hammer. Matte Cranberry. Hot Hearted is a metallic kind of like brownish red. You're So Fire is a black, but it had red speckles in it, but it didn't show up on my wrist or my arm. Lovable Little Devil, which is that bright cranberry kind of raspberry red. Scorching Hot is a plummy dark color matte, and then Naughty and Nice it's a black matte with lots of sparkles in it. All right, so now that you've seen the swatches, I will say some shades disappointed me. Some actually surprised me. So we're gonna go ahead and play with this. I feel like the last 2 rows are calling my name. I feel like those are gonna be the best ones to play with. So I'm gonna just go straight in with the fluffiest brush I can find. And we're gonna go into, say I wanna do purple. I really wanna do the purples, but I kinda wanna gravitate towards this row here. Let's go ahead and build. We're gonna start with this one. That one is called, sorry, I have to reference my sheet here. Hot Cutie Alert. And there's no mirror, so I have to grab my other mirror here. And I've already primed my eyes. I primed my eyes with the Ulta Beauty eyeshadow matte primer. And already I can tell this is a really pigmented, because honestly the Ninja Turtles one was pigmented, the purples were lackluster, the blue was lackluster. There was a lot of shades in there that were kind of like, ooh, that's pretty bad. But this is a nice way to start. Switching brushes. I really should have laid out my brushes before I started doing this. I don't know, I have to bring my brushes over here. So we're gonna go ahead and work the outer corner. I'm gonna try this weird brush. It's supposed to be for brows, but it does not work for brows. And we're going to dip into the dark shades here. I kind of want to go this shade, which is Scorching Hot. It's kind of hard to do all this. My desk isn't big enough, but I want to use this because it will deposit it just right, I feel. All right, already I can tell that the pigment is really, really good. I haven't put concealer on. I've only put my foundation on. But again, if you deal with a lot of fallout, it's going to be a little bit tough to work. So just understand that. Okay, we need a little bit more of a, we need to kind of blend that out. So we're going to blend that out a little bit with this one, which is called Turn Up the Heat. I'm just using a tiny little brush because I need to wash my brushes and I don't want to use my good brushes. Well, that one's nice. These mats are actually thoroughly impressive. And if it can withstand these awkward, weird brushes that I have, that I don't typically use, why not? This came in like a Shein knit. This is like my travel stuff. Okay, we're gonna dip back into, what is it called again? Hot Cutie Alert, which is that coral. We're gonna buff these edges here. And this is actually a highlighting brush, but I really wanted to use it for a blending brush today because it works really nice. All right, I'm gonna dip into the shade above it, which is the original Ghoster, and it's a peach. We're using that to kind of put in the brow bone area, soften it up. Sorry, I'm like covering my face, but if you're, in case you're wondering, it's that shade. Not a brow bone highlight, but it works. All right, so we do need to kind of blend a little more. I feel like we need to dip into, I really want to dip into this one. This is calling my name too. This one's that really bright raspberry red, and that one's called You're So Fire, I think. No, Lovable Little Devil. I might have listed it wrong on my swatches, but this is just very, look at that. And I'm just using this baby brush because it's really depositing the color nice. Whoa, that is like raspberry. Raspberry. Let's go back into Hot Cutie Alert to blend those edges. Perfect. And then I'm going to take this brush, no excess product, and just kind of like fluff it into those. That works. That works. We're just going to kind of blend it a little more. Don't recommend using brushes like this, but I'm just, if it can perform decent with my crappy brushes, then I feel like this is a good palette. All right, so again, I really want to use a lot of these shades, but I'm going to go in with this shade here. This one is called Caliente. I'm using my finger because this one's like that really soft cream, and we're just putting that into the lid. And I know I do the same eye shape all the time, but that's just my go-to. Okay, we're gonna take this one, which is Turn Up the Heat, and we're going to blend that towards the middle. And I do show a lot of like customers that I've dealt with in my freelancing. I've showed them how to do this kind of eye look because it's a go-to. It works for me. I feel like it works for a lot of eye shapes too. It's just my signature. I have to practice my halo eyes though. I'm dipping into Hot Cutie Alert to kind of blend those edges. But I feel like this is a kind of like a no fail. Dipping into the original Ghoster to kind of tie these in. That's really pretty. All right, I'm gonna jump off camera, do the other eyes, same thing, and then do my concealer, powder, all that jazz, and then come back and finish the eye. All right, we got everything set. This is actually really pretty and it's blending really well, so I'm very excited. All right, we're gonna change gears here. We're gonna go purple on the lower lash line. I feel like I've gotta do purple, so we're gonna do this shade here, which is Too Cute to Care. And we're just gonna buff that right there. Oh, these are very, the fallout is a little much. Right, I'm gonna take a small additional blending brush here, something kind of like this, kind of like small packing brush a little bit. And then we're gonna go into, geez, I don't know how to blend this out. Okay, we're gonna go into this shade here. We're gonna dip into those pastels, and that one's called Blissed Out. I don't know why it said Blessed Out, but whoa, that is a light, like lavender. boy, is it. I feel like I need to do a whole purple look with this eventually. Let's go ahead and just do that, clean off the excess. I feel like that did not do it justice. There we go. I'm blending. All right, that's nice. All right, so we're gonna go into, feel like I need to change gears here. We're gonna go straight into this guy here. So that is the middle shade, what, since 1957. And we're just depositing that. Whoa. Holy pigment. All right, now it's starting to die down a little. I take this warmer purple, which is Freaked Out. Just kind of marry those colors. Wow, that is just really intense. I fear blending it out will kind of minimize it. That's good. That's good. All right, for inner corner, which we always do, I'm going to do this one. Actually, I don't know. It's purple. It's purple, which is nice, but maybe I should do the white. I'm going to do that flamey one there. That one is Hey Hot Stuff, so we're going to pop that right there. I feel like this one will kind of be a little bit more connecting to the green there. Okay, I feel like I need to add something on the wing. I try to use as many colors as possible. That's just my goal. Let's go in with this gold shade here. These are very like putty almost. That one's called I Like It Hot. That's just gonna go right. Oh, that is. There we go. It deposited light because I didn't put enough on there. That'll work. That'll work. That's kind of like how I use all the shades. So, all right. So I'm gonna finish the rest of my. Oh, actually, no, I'm not gonna finish the rest of my makeup because I did put bronzer on, but I wanted to use one of these as blush, and it'll call me crazy. What can we use? It's small enough. Oops, I'm throwing everything. This brush, I got it from BoxyCharm. It's so pretty. We're gonna use this shade here, which is the Hot Cutie Alert, and we're gonna use this as blush. Oh wow, worked pretty well, but I just have to remember to not just deposit it. All right, we're gonna dip into that shade above it, which is the original Ghoster. We're just gonna kind of dip into these two. There we go. Much better. And just kind of go have fun with this. I feel like this is really like a nice palette to kind of play with because it does show some versatility. It's fun. So yeah, all right, that worked really nicely. Okay, I'm going to jump off. I'm going to also finish the rest of my face. Oh, again, see, I always lie. I'm going to clear off this brush, and I'm going to use one as a highlighter. Sorry, I meant to do one as a highlighter too. See, the only thing is it's just hard to get in this palette sometimes. You have to like pop it open. We're going to go in with this shade here, which is the first shade. I Got Ghosted, and we're going to use that as the highlighter. Ooh, kind of chunky because it's that putty consistency. I feel like I need to like apply it with my finger. Okay. Down the bridge of the nose here and tip Cupid's bow. Blend those together. Nice. All right. Now I will finish the rest of my makeup. I'll let you know my thoughts. All right, so I'm done. I decided to do a sparkly lip, but I noticed I'm going grocery shopping after this. I can't really wear my lip like this, but for the video, we're gonna do it. All right, so overall thoughts. I actually really like this palette. It's really, really pretty, blend really well. I mean, look at the colors. Really nice. The highlight worked really well. The whole look is just, it's back to me, you know? I'm gonna play with it a lot more. I feel like I can use this quite a bit, like in these areas. I mean, I wanted to use this mustard shade, but I just didn't know what to do with it. I'm gonna kind of see how I can visualize this. The pastels I feel like are gonna be good to blend everything out. I feel like there's a good, decent brow bone shade. Like this did a really good job in the brow bone. I felt like it actually worked at making the blush really nice too. It worked as a good blush, so I'm very impressed. I didn't use the black, but I just don't see these two being necessary since this is a matte black and it just has the like red sparkle, but does not show up that red splash of color. It's almost like an overspray. And then this, I mean, yeah, it's sparkly black, but you could barely, I mean, you can see the sparkles, but they're not like super noticeable. This was my favorite shade because it really warmed up the look a lot, and this is something I've been craving, a nice red eye. I feel like this is fun. The purples performed way better than the Ninja Turtles, and let me show you why. For some reason, a Ninja Turtle purple and the blue, like this one was just awful. It's Donatello, I remember that. But look how sheer that is compared to this purple. Look at that. That's a way better purple. You know, it's purples are hard. I get it. And I noticed that Raphael was more of a coral red rather than red. And Michelangelo was very like sheer too. Donatello was pretty lackluster as well. So, I mean, I was so sad to see that the Ninja Turtle names, you know, the color corresponded with their bandana color. And if you don't know, I'm a huge Ninja Turtles fan. I mean, I grew up with it. But it was just so lackluster. And then there's another purple in here. But again, very lackluster. And that's the warmer purple. So these are a little lighter. These are a little darker. And I'll show you side by side. So here is, I believe that one was like Shredder, something like that. And then that one was Donatello. See, that's the Donatello and that's the Shredder. And I pressed my finger into it and it still came out chalky, kind of sheer, versus the ones here, which are much softer. And I just barely touched it and it deposited very nicely. See the difference? And I just barely touched it. I didn't have to go as heavy-handed. So they improved the formula is what I'm saying, which is nice. I have always said like, oh, I'm never going to use the colors anymore, and I'm never gonna, you know, because I just felt very uninspired to do eyeshadow like this again. But this one kind of brought that back. I'm impressed. For what, 16 bucks? You can get a good shadow. Now, the disappointment in this is that it's overspray. The red is overspray, so I'm very disappointed in that. I wish it was like a duo color, like a shimmery red that I could have popped in my inner corner, and then a shimmery white. But yeah, everything else was pretty good. I mean, this one is more of a sparkly shade. That one is blissed out. That one could work as a highlighter. So let's go ahead and go to town. Yeah, it works pretty well as a highlighter. It's a blue, so it doesn't really kind of go, but it's a blue, so it's very sparkly. So these, I would say, good inner corner, good highlighter shades for your cheeks. If you mix these two, it makes a gorgeous blush, and it blends out really nice. So again, I haven't used the palettes. I mean the pastels, and I'm kind of like meh about those, but I feel like those will be nice blenders. So we'll play with this some more. So very, very happy with this. I feel like it's a good quality palette for the price. Profusion's always been one to be affordable. So yeah, if you are in the market for a fun palette, this is kind of going to Valentine's, I feel like. This is a very Valentine look. So if you're looking for a good reddish eyeshadow palette for Valentine's, I highly recommend the Casper Hot Stuff one. Now I'm going to throw away the insert because I'm never going to use it again. The shades are on the back. So if I have to reference it, and not like when you use eyeshadow palettes, you're not going to reference the color names per se, unless you're doing like a video. So yeah, definitely like this a lot. So highly recommend. All right, so that's the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the look. It really is soft. I love that shade. This shade, the original Ghoster. It's a nice blender. Very nice, very soft, very diffused. So anyways, that's the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I do plan on doing more videos as much as possible, maybe 2 times a week. We're still kind of working out that, I guess, that schedule. It all depends on how I can film, when I can film, all that jazz. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video. Bye.